You know, one of Mohbad's songs, This Kind Life, They Tire and 10 Years I No See Mommy, all of those songs are what resonated with a lot of people. They started listening to it, they started connecting to it. What does this say about life? That you are related to someone by blood does not make them family. Family in the sense that they will stand for you, stand by you, stand with you, defend you. No, it doesn't mean that at all. We all have seen the shenanigans of Mubat's mother, how she manipulated Adura, of course, using greed and some other fear tactics to stop the young man from saying the truth of what he knows of what happened. All of this is the promise of money. They all had their agreement of 60-40, from 60-40 to 55-45, and all of that trash. Agreement on Mohbad's money. They got to realize that Mohbad's music stream revenue became much more higher, and it is still mounting up and flying like an eagle. It is up there. Like, we are talking of a lot of money. Well, ladies and gentlemen, something happened not so long ago, and Yomi Fabia has been on this journey of justice for Mohbad. Not so long ago, Mohbad's father also appeared. He gave account. It's called accountability. They want to know. And also the update on autopsy, toxicology, and DNA. Now, Cynthia was invited by the Nigerian police to appear to identify the third person in that 3-second video, which Adura said it's a longer, that he has a longer version of it, that it's about 10 minutes. In fact, the name of the third person has been mentioned already, but then the best way to approach this is for Cynthia, who is the third, or let's say second person in the video, to come and identify and then explain this is how things are supposed to be. But you'll be shocked at what happened at the police station. Now, they created a different, now that's why we said this Karimo, she's just someone that I just don't know what to say. So she has been insisting that Mohbad's case is in court already, whereas it is the coroner inquest, it's the fact-finding, any information. In fact, even if a case is in court, you can tender new evidence. That's how it works. As long as the judge is informed of it, and then it is passed in, accepted in. Now, something happened at the police station today. You'll be shocked. This is serious. This speaks volume. It says to everyone who is skeptical that Cynthia Adebanjo is guilty. She knows what R.I.P. Mohbad. Unfortunately, she got support from the blood of Mohbad, blood relatives of Mohbad. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive straight in. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell.
Are related by blood. A minimum B, a minimum shekiniko. Blood is not family. Iwatobawu loba determine, are you blood related or not? It is in this Mohbad's case, some of you would have to have a rethink and go and look for the real definition of family. I can see patriotism. I can see honesty. I can see unto mu ọlọ́pàá. I see mo rí ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá tó sọ fún mi lẹ́ni pé unto máa mú òun gba owó ní ọwọ́ side ibẹ̀ yẹn. Irú owó orú yẹn Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kó òun gbà. Kọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ké bí apá òun. I begin to say, God, these are the people that I want you to elevate, God. These are the kind of police I want you to elevate. They would have defeated us today. The real truth is, when I saw some moves, there are so many things that should have happened. About 2-3 weeks ago, and then of course they changed one or two of the police, and then suddenly again, our collector, They wrote a petition against me. And they wrote all their junks inside. Wọ́n wá ń tọ́ yín pé bàbá kan pè. Ọlọ́run anyway mo tiẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé irú ẹni tó ń dárúkọ yẹn a very senior advocate like that mo dúpẹ́ pé kò ń ṣorúkọ mo bá ń bẹ̀ because wọ́n á ti rí fíìmù ní èní gidi nǹkan bá ti bàjẹ́ mọ́ wò ó wọ́n á rí fíìmù gidi Ọlọ́run yọ kò ń ṣorúkọ mo bá ń bẹ̀. Ọ̀gá. You are a senior lawyer, a senior advocate, a human rights. Ẹ má dá sí gbogbo kíní mọ́ o. Ẹ má yẹ kó forúkọ yín sí mọ́ o. Àwọn lọ́yà ti sùtù wọn kó dùn yìí. Irú àwọn yẹn kọ́lé mi yóò gbé. They keep deceiving you with my status, with what I represent off online. Nítorí mo ti gbéra mi ilé àwọn kan rò pé àwọn ti rí mi, wọ́n ṣọ wọ́n lára. Ẹ̀rù kú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe rí offline. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lè máa mú èmi ní mú àwa Break the Silence Foundation, the public, the youth, the students ní mú wa kọlu ọlọ́pàá. It's quite a shame. Quite a shame. Tó bá jẹ́ pé that video images tó wà ní phone yẹn, if the 3 seconds has nothing to do with what kpai Mohbad, by now as a legal team you should be bold enough to say can you just show it. In fact ìgbà tí àdúrà ń bọ̀ ní press conference ló yẹ kẹ́ ti tẹ̀lé dání pé you are in a very secure environment, you have a projector, can you please play the full video, let them see. Show jọmọ tí wọ́n sọ pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ and you are calling our client's name. ẹ mọ̀ dí tẹ ṣe ń block yìí tẹ́ fẹ́ kí video yẹn jáde and you are deceiving yourself. Ẹ má kàn fi ti yín kó bá àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó ti build orúkọ tó ti ṣe wàhálà. I am strongly appealing to the Honourable Commissioner of Police in Lagos State. Egbo, you have built your name. I know how you built and how you worked hard to get to where you are. None of them, and when you call them, they will never make me turn my back against you, Honourable Commissioner. I don't know what is going on. They are trying to put your... Please, sir, distance yourself from these people. They are... None of those people that want to drag your name into this case care about you or your career or your children or your family name. They don't care if anything go wrong. Me, I respect you. My first day with you, I respect you, sir. The AIG, once again, I give it to you. You are a man of honor. The AIG Zone 2. That is one of the best police officers we have in Nigeria. The way he approaches you, that kind of a police officer will never stick with criminals. Because of what? So, key AIG fi position to the build. Kó wá dúró tí ìwọ kan tó ló mo àìbẹ̀ ẹ̀mí kiri kan. Tọ́ dẹ̀ mọ ohun tó ń lọ ṣé wọ́n jọ́ mọ ìkéré. But I have good news for you. That nonsense that you wrote is in the dustbin. They should not, please, they should look at it. Wunmi the case is in Lagos State Command. You are writing to an AIG that it does not have right to meddle into a case in Lagos State Command. You are even lying that the case in a court. Which court? Stand what charge is a court? Which crime? You're not calling it a court. A court where no charges, no defendant, no victim. And you are lying to police. Ẹ wá gbé fún ọlọ́pàá. Ẹni kọ́ gbé fẹ́mi. Èmi ọmọ Fábíyì. Ẹ ń fi lọ́kùlọ̀ lọ mí o. Ihun tí Ọlọ́run bá yín ṣe ni pé ẹ̀yin lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn àjọ pàdé níbẹ̀. Èyí ní ilẹ̀ máa padà lọ sínú sátífíkẹ̀tì yìí tẹ̀ máa lọ yọ sọ́ọ̀lì mi kúrò. Èmi ìwọ̀n yẹn tẹ́ náà o ní pẹ́ try gan-an. Wọ́n tún bá yín fi internal memo wọ́n fi gbogbo ẹ̀ sí. Èmi mo bọ́ta sọ fún yín. Ok, fún ìtẹ̀tù wá ṣe yẹn sìn. Lórí pé kí Wunmi kó lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn èmi àti yín tó tọ́ máa make sure pé gọ́vnà àfojúkojú báyìí tábà àfojúkojú gọ́vnà ọ́fíìsì yẹn má dábẹ̀rù má lọ pariwo wọ Wunmi yẹn present yourself wọ́n ń wá ẹ ní zone 2 ó kàn dùn mí pé inú mi dùn pé AIG ò fọwọ́ sí dọ̀tí so kò sí mo fẹ́ sọ àwọn ò sọ pé kó má wá o wọ́n á bush àwọn ni o ọlọ́run bẹ̀yẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ gbófẹ́ nẹ́lẹ́ni gbogbo nǹkan dọ̀tí ẹ pera yín lọ́ọ̀yà wọ́n pèèyàn kókó wá down question ẹ̀ ń gbé sá. Thank God, Nigerian people, thank God we have honest, forthright, accurate police officers. Yàtọ̀ AIG pẹ̀lú àwọn one of and to head the team. You know, these people are standard police officers. Wọ́n á rún yín bí but kò ń ṣe kíákíá sí ó máa kọ́kọ́ gba justice àṣírí yín máa tú àṣẹwà make sure pé gbogbo ilẹ̀ máa kọ́tẹ́ jẹ́ àwa fi hàn yín nǹkan kan ò lè ṣe mí. Ìkan sọ pé bóyá fìlà ní kíní kan wà ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń ṣí fìlà. Abẹ́ẹ̀ rí wọ́n ní kíní kan ní fìlà kíní kan náà ṣe. Kò ń ṣe àwọn búyọ̀ òmù kékeré o àbí oríṣàlẹ̀ rí ṣé mi ò ṣí fìlà jọ́ tí mo ṣe last press conference ṣé suit kọ́ mo wọ̀ ṣé mo wọ̀ fìlà sí ẹ̀kọ́ bọ̀ sórí social media ẹ̀kọ́ tíọ́rì burúkú lẹ̀ fáwọn èèyàn lísìn ní mi gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́kọ̀ fi ṣe ẹ̀yẹ ìṣọ́dọ̀ pàpàrà mi kan ní wọ́n ní forí fìlà ẹgbẹ́ tí bá yọ fìlà kọ́ báyìí bí wàá jẹ gbèsè o ṣé mo ti wá di abìjà òṣà àti ikù alápìrí síwọ̀ ìbí lẹ̀ ń pè ọ̀fọ̀ mélòó mo lè pè ṣé mi lè pa òkè àrígiri wọ́jà ikú níbẹ̀ lọ́nà àyàgò fún mi àìsàn níbẹ̀ lọ́nà àfarapamọ́ ẹ̀ làwòrì kó máa gbé wọn dè aṣọ òbóró kí lápò téèyàn bá momi á gbé mi téèyàn bá fẹ́ ya só máa gàdí ni ó yá ọ̀fẹ́rẹ́ gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé pa àríta ó yá àbẹ́ ọlọ́yin pọ̀ fìlàsì yìí wọ́n tún play audio kọjá tiẹ̀ ó bẹ́ẹ̀ mo tiẹ̀ rí audio wèrè yẹn tó ní bàbá ìyáláyà òun mi ì gbọ́ orí ilé ayé mi àṣàwọn ilé tiẹ̀ ti ṣaṣẹ́ lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n ti ṣe oríṣiríṣi wọ́n ti ṣe mọ̀ kọ́ máa mú kọ́ máa pè ta ni ẹ jẹ́ bá mi power tap kí n tó play anything ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ 50,000 likes àwọn tẹ kọ lẹ́tà sí ọmọ wa mú bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí wọ́n ní mu ibi tí ọlọ́pàá ti máa ń dúró ti criminal tó máa fi real people that are fighting NGO lẹ̀ ẹ wá sọ fún mi ẹ fẹ́ yí orí Nàìjíríà ẹ fẹ́ yí kodo ó dàbí pé really mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pè ní NGO it is the NGOs that even do more they push more laws more ideas into the society to cushion the effort of government as a matter of fact government gan máa tún fún NGOs lọ́wọ́ láti a lè má lè dá ṣe kò ṣe dá ṣe so you expect that they will be ignoring NGOs and then mo bí ní NGO ṣe ẹ̀rọ bí nítorí pa àjọ ìtọ́rajọ ẹ̀rọ bí TikTok you would play all this evidence the whole world can see again because it will be sequenced and everybody will take time atento law atento dúró everybody must take time to see so we all must troop out all of us must come out no violence no destruction of public property no anti-government shouting. I like the government of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The government is doing well. New things are coming to Lagos State. Lagos is doing well. So, but we have right to assemble. We have right to come together and express ourselves. So, bára mama bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀kalẹ̀. Ọwọ́ Olúwa ń bẹ lára mi o. Èmi ò mọ agbára tó lọ́fẹ́ jù. Àjà máa retí ẹ̀. But whatever owó agbára lára ẹ̀ lé ní sí. Àti run lára owó agbára wọn yẹn mo ti run pa. So tẹ bá rá àwọn tó sáré ń bẹ́ jáde àwọn tó ti tọ́ra wọn pé ó máa dáhùn sí wọn máa pè é pé àwọn òṣèkí ní kan akọ̀rí pé stọ́ọ̀kì ni ń pé alára nǹkan tó pè lọ́wọ́ agbára wọn nìyẹn ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé fún wọn pé ẹ ti òfò ọjọ́ kejì ọjà. Wunmi, there is a warrant of arrest on you and you must answer it. Kò sófin tó sọ pé you must not answer it. Your lawyers are deceiving you and they are making your case worse. Gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ kó gbọ́ máa gbọ́ ohun tẹ́ fi lọ AIG yẹn ayé máa gbọ́ pé ti fi ìdọ̀tí lọ ẹ gbé petition yẹn jáde I double dare you kẹ́ post ẹ̀ sórí social media káyé wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rọ́bìṣì position AIG ẹ yọ orúkọ ẹ forúkọ tèmi tẹ kọ sínú ẹ̀ Ibo lè fẹ́ fi attempt to fraud me yẹn wà ní any court àbí corona tẹ̀ ń ṣe so kọ́ yọ̀ yẹn dànù torí pé ẹ̀yin ti ṣe kiri kọ́ yọ̀ yẹn dànù kọ́ má débi lórí yẹn ẹ̀yin lẹ BBC Nàìjíríà ẹ̀yin lẹ ní Nàìjíríà so tó bá ti gba 3 million lọ́wọ́ mi kí n kákò bí ẹran Orísun àti pé wọ́n gbà àti wọ́n fẹ́ attempt láti gbà same crime ni so kọ́ yọ̀ yẹn dànù ẹ̀dẹ̀ ẹ lọ sí law school ẹ máa pera yín lọ́ọ̀yà gbàtẹ́ gbogbo sùtù yín ìdúró kàn kó gbogbo sàlẹ̀ gbogbo ṣú yìí ti gẹ̀ pọ́ǹkì gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé ókè rírọ̀ ni mò ń pa ẹni kú Wunmi bọ́ta kó kọ̀ sọ pé bí báyìí ló ń wà ẹ kọ̀ fi gbé mi ṣeré wò ibi báyìí mo wà ó if you know you are true oya come and arrest her or do whatever you want to do ìṣèbọ̀ at least mi ṣáà lè lọ́nà ẹ bá mi dúró tì bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́yìn náà ẹ̀yin tẹ́lu pẹ́ support ẹ̀yin lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn ẹ jókòó síbi tó wà pé come to so address ẹ kọ̀ bá mi kọ́ Wunmi please give your address kó kọ̀ fi bá wa ṣeré wò ẹ lè ṣe lóyìn pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ̀bílì kò yá you can ṣàkàrà tó dẹ̀ ti kó change kan ẹ ti fi gbáǹdì kò ṣe pẹ̀lú a professional police officer tó ní record gidi bí ro AIG àwọn ọlọ́pàá gidi tí mo bá pàdé tó jẹ́ àwọn ọ̀gá mẹ́ẹ̀ àtàwọn junior police officer tó wà so pé mo ní kí dẹ̀ ń bá mi pò yìí mo ní ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ ọkọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pa wọ́n fẹ́ fraud mi wọ́n fẹ́ gba 3 million lọ́wọ́ mi àbí ṣé ẹni tó dóhun ni àkáǹtì sọ pé òkè wọn lo àkáǹtì òun ni àbẹ́rẹ̀ nínú mẹ́sẹ̀jì mi ẹ sọ pé ṣé kéèsì tèmi wà ní ẹni command kan ni kò sí ní ọ̀dà mi lóhùn ní Lagos State Command mo dẹ̀ ti gbójú ẹ fẹ́ dáhùn sí ni ẹ má wọrí mi tẹ̀ nídìí mọ́ tẹ̀lé mi lọ bá wọn ẹgbẹ́ tó lọ bá wọn tó jù yìí lọ kò fàjà tí commissioner of police ò bá rẹ́dà ti ṣe kéèsì mi má gbé lọ sókè pàtó ìṣe commissioner of police ló ní Nigerian police none of those people in Nigerian police own Nigerian police they are only Nigerians like me that apply that fún wa níṣẹ́ tamáṣe they apply for the job and the public say okay give it to them. Shame that people like you could claim you are lawyers. They invited your clients with no specification of what they want to ask her. You are preempting and then you are it's unheard. And it's baseless. Show you the petition, the recent petition with the invitation. Maybe you just wanted to ask her, what is the name of this person, or who did this, or who, maybe that's a small question of everybody. And you call it dying, call it down. Kilomita in Besa. Cheboko eloku. Oju want to buy. Hobby won. Tori won to alone. And it told ti àdúrà tó fi bẹ́ mi sọ̀rọ̀. Oju government lọ, oju governor lọ. Oju president lọ. Ẹni yẹn ló sọ pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni wá. So ti ṣe tó, oya go and shout your befabi. Àwọn kan dúró lórí 3 seconds video wọ́n ti ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pa confessional statement. I have a video of how Cynthia fought my brother and where he pushed my brother and he knocked head on the floor. Kabati ẹ̀ rí video ìyẹn gan ti tó lọ́tọ̀. Ẹ máa ń gbọ́ omi ọsàn ìyẹn gan ti tó fún any investigator anywhere in the world to say abatebatele we must get to the root of this because it is not an act situation. Whether you wrote it, whether the mother wrote it, whether both of you wrote it together. As a matter of fact, the law will conclude and say, both of you were together when you wrote it. That is the least the government, the law will even go. But kí law I believe pé TikTok àdúrà bá lanúlẹ̀, ó fẹ́ dílẹ̀. Dàmọ́lá wá wọlé níbòmí, ó wá wọlé síbẹ̀. So, ó wá mọ̀ bí tí fídíò yẹn wà. Ó rí pé wọ àdúrà gan orí fídíò yẹn because that video now let us see. Ó ní no. 3 years video ni ẹ̀rẹ́ fẹ́ múlẹ̀ ẹnu wa lọ lo cover up ẹ sá lọ sábẹ́ commissioner of police pé kọ́ sáré gbà yín o kọ́ bá yín cover ẹ̀ kọ́ lè seize the phone yẹn sọ́wọ́ so that nobody can have access to it because they know if I continue this way another person will have access to that video. Nísìn ẹ wá wo bí ta tún gbé lọ AIG fóònù yẹn wá ọlùgọ ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ yẹn the AIG kept asking send that phone send that phone send that phone. I know what I've been done to say, she ain't come here, síbẹ̀. And they bring the send there, our officer will investigate. Talk about that, I know, yellow mark, sit and governor, madam. Why would I not want that young boy to get justice? Please, if you give me any credible reason to back you, I will do it. And that's why I'm going to be begging all of us. I'm appealing to anybody to not feel offended with that statement. That is not who really he wants to be. That's not the governor. He's a parent. He's a father. But time I'm going investors who answer on come here. Like, why do you want to disrupt this opportunity for negotiations? So everywhere Mohbad. I know you people are interested in justice for him. But there are so many people like, why are you doing this? Coupled with the fact that any told down we must get justice. Turns out to be a little bad at Wunmi. Òun náà ló tún sọ pé CCTV ló lè ṣiṣẹ́ tí tá ń ṣiṣẹ́ irú investigation wo nìyẹn. So let's forgive the governor. Please forgive that statement if you can, and let's see if we now move close to the governor with our discreet, calm, gentle, peaceful procession.
There is a saying, the guilty are always afraid when no one pursues. The guilty are always afraid. Why is Cynthia afraid to support, to join, to help, to assist in getting justice for her husband? Let us assume that Yomi Fabi is becoming a pain. Let's assume that Yomi Fabi is just a disturbance. Let's assume that Yomi Fabi is useless, is not useful. Let us assume that Yomi Fabi is inconsequential. Let us assume that Yomi Fabi is looking for money. Whatever it is that you can think of. That video, obviously, Cynthia is aware of it. She's aware of that video. But as it is, she does not want to include herself. She does not want to authenticate it. Not because it has not been authenticated. Videos will not lie. It is not AI. She only wants us to point fingers to Prime Boy. Oh, it was a fight. What about previous fight? Was there a fight? Was there an injury on Mohbad that he took to the show untreated that eventually led to him having fever or some reaction? Okay, let's say fever, and then they brought in the nurse who was not qualified, who was not, who didn't administer what needed to be administered in a proper setting, and eventually the demise. Oh, let us hook it on. There was an argument. You know how these things are. You are in a bar somewhere with your friend, and then comes this argument after you guys are intoxicated. Your friend is like, oh, I don't like what you just said now. You're like, you're my friend now. What have I said? I only say you should calm down. Oh, all right. Since he's the one hosting the table, okay, get out. Leave this table. Leave this table. And you're like, come on, man. Are you trying to embarrass me? That is the account of Prime Boy. Until today, no one has given any account different. Is it that we are far away? I just came around, meaning nobody. Question is this: who were the people inside of the car or the SUV? Cynthia. Spending. The driver. Do you know that till today, the driver is nowhere to be found? Maybe the police contacted, but we don't know who the driver is. Is the driver the third person in that 3-second video? So, Cynthia said, and I quote, from what she gave to Gistlover, Prime Boy did not start the fight, but got him angry. Mohbad now got upset and now went to pull him down of the car. She confirmed that it is not Prime Boy that went to fight him. So the question is, if your friend comes to fight you, are you going to stick your hands inside of your pocket and allow your friend to beat you up? Let's say it is Prime Boy that passed away. What would have happened? So human beings normally want to defend themselves. But Prime Boy said, I didn't do nothing. I didn't really fight him. I didn't do nothing. I was just like, why are you dragging me down now? Why are you behaving like this? Am I not your friend? That's what he claimed he said. And during this scuffle, definitely something must have happened. Scuffle, that's normal. Either I'm trying to defend myself, or I'm holding your hand, something probably could have happened. And here we are. No one saw nothing. Oh, they came to call us. Who called you? Cynthia came to call us and said they are fighting, which is normal. But what caused the fight? That's where the story started from. Oh, I was trying to stop the fight between Mohbad and Cynthia. What were they fighting about? What was the argument about? Paternity, traveling abroad, and all of that. Okay, he left them. They say, oh, it is juju. He used juju on them. He used juju on Adura. He used juju on Mohbad. So I now asked myself, if we are to go by the juju theory, Adura, according to Mohbad's mother, on Punch newspaper, she had an interview. In this interview, she said, oh, I now thought about it. Juju cannot be verified by the police or in court because Prime Boy had the juju on him. If you touch him, punch him, you are trying to hurt him, the juju will work on you, maybe make you feel sick or weaken you or shock you or whatever. I don't know. Or the juju will try to electrocute you or something. So he said, my son ran away and went to meet the others. I said, don't go and meet him. Oh. When I punched him, I felt somehow. Correlation of story. How does it connect? I wanted to go to change money so that we can give to people. That's Adura. So Prime Boy was now saying this and that. It could be that happened prior. Or is it when they were leaving that they needed to give money? Or when they got to the show that he needed to give money? And Adura went to get small change. Small denomination to give. And Mr. Prime Boy said, why did you take this slug? And I was like, why are you talking to me this way? Look at your younger brother talking to me. He didn't say nothing. If it was my younger brother, I would have said something. Why are you talking to me this way? Now, Cynthia, in all of this conversation, removed everything that has to do with I had a clash with Mohbad. Oh, it was just a normal conversation. Quarrel between couple. What were you guys discussing? He was asking me, did I get passport done? And I said no, and he's angry, saying, why didn't I get the passport done? That I should have gotten the passport done. That is the story she came up with. Now, who will shed light to all of this manipulation and lies? Adura. And not just Adura alone. Spending knows. It hurts things. But it is what it is, you know. I've always said it times without number. The worst thing that can ever happen to you is to allow people to unalive you. People will come up with stories. They will defend the person that RIP you directly or indirectly. They will say all manners of things. They will profile, assess. They will say, oh, this is a fight against a widow. And I'm like, I don't really get this thing clearly. Fight against widow. What does that mean? Are you saying people that have unalived their husbands, partners, all of a sudden, that title of widow cannot be used for them? Are they not widows? They don't have husbands. They don't have a partner anymore. So we can call them widow. But is there anything like wicked widow, evil widow? So that you're a widow because you don't have a partner, does it mean that you didn't take the life, unalive your partner, your husband? Or, he's a widower. Does it mean he didn't unalive his wife or his partner? I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, widow. What does widow mean? Oh, he doesn't have husband, doesn't have wife. What took the life of that person? That's what we are asking. They are giving us the feeling of widow. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like trash. What does that mean, widow? Oh, this child is an orphan. But it's the same child that unalived daddy and mommy. And you say he's an orphan. What are you going to call that orphan? Wicked orphan or wicked what? Oh, no, he's an orphan. But you unalived his parents. Oh, don't leave him. He's an orphan. Some people talk with sentiment. They talk from a place of wickedness and ignorance. Wickedness and ignorance. Saying we should. If they were in that shoes, they would not accept the lackadaisical attitude of the police, the inefficiency of the police. Intentional one, not by mistakes. They will not accept it. If they were in the shoes, we all saw what happened. Who in his right mind, senses, will say, the police carried out due diligence or investigated anything. How? Show, proof that the police carried out anything meaningful. None. They said they got a 16-man team. The 16-man team went there. Did they condone? Did they seal? If you don't have even any experience as per how things in this situation should be handled, at least you've watched some criminal movies, investigation, detective jobs. Are they not supposed to condone that house, shut it up, confiscate the phones of everyone involved? They took some few phones. Did they even take time to find out how many phones or numbers that Mohbad had? We heard that one was hidden. At least Mohbad's mother confirmed it. So it means they didn't do due diligence. 16 people, 16-man team. Come on. They went there. The only thing they could get is the video that they want to get, the clip. Then the rest, they say video does not exist again. They only got the one of the nurse. That one of the nurse, that one is visible. But the one that happened after the nurse, that one is not visible. Can you imagine? Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, let's carry out autopsy, toxicology. Did you hear that the police intentionally refused to do it until after 3 to 4 months, knowing fully that the result will not be tenable, the result will not make sense? They kept it that long. What does that tell you? It speaks volume, right? You must be in that shoe for you to now come out and say, okay, but you barely find anyone who is in support of this trash, nonsense, botched investigation, nonsensical, whatever. You barely find any of them that will say that they pray. Although many of them, they have demons living inside of them. So whatever comes out of their mouth is not something we need to even consider. If not, none of them can say they pray and they wish with everything that they have in them that they should have a situation like that of Mohbad, and the results, the so-called investigation of the police, the autopsy, the toxicology, the inconclusive, the whatever, and everything that has happened should be what should be given to them, and then they will be okay with it. None of them. But because we are surrounded by wicked souls, demonic people, that's why they will come out to defend and to be part of trash. Very wicked people. And they said, no, we care less about this, but the only thing we are interested in is this thing about widow. It doesn't make sense. What is this nonsense widow thing? What is widow? Widow as how? Are you saying someone that is connected to? We've seen cases all over where women have unalived their men and they have pretended and acted like they don't know. Not until investigation dug deeper. And then they found out that they are the ones. We've seen cases, documentaries, go watch documentaries. I've seen a documentary where a woman, what she did is to look for these ceramic plates. They call it broken plates in Nigeria. She grounded them, China plates, China ware, what's it called? She grounded them to powder. She stored them. What she does is anytime she cooks for the husband, she will put a little bit of it in the food. She grounded it to powder. I don't know, maybe she mixed it with some other things. Like she was dropping it little bit. I'm kind of wondering how the husband didn't find out. But probably she had a way of grounding it to powder that you will not even feel. She must have sieved it. She kept putting it in the food of the husband. It took years. She wanted to execute the man without autopsy or anything discovering that she did it. She grounded it to powder. She kept giving the man. I think it took about 5 years or thereabout because she was putting it bit by bit. It took that long before the husband started having complication. Slowly, the husband passed away. What are we going to say? Are we going to say thank God for creating human beings who are diligent, who kept on and on, the investigation kept on and on till, can you imagine? Do you know that kind of thing, it is very difficult to discover it, but somehow it was discovered. The investigator kept pressing till they found how She did it. So what are you people now saying that one thing, let us be sincere. The truth is the truth. The truth should be the truth. We saw how the police did what they did around that circle of what happened to Mohbad, and if it is the nurse that administered what she should not administer, if there was an injury prior that was not treated properly and it created whatever it is that happened to Mohbad, and let's say Cynthia is not even involved in it, where is the nurse? What is going on? The nurse can never appear, although it is the inquest that they put to pause that caused all of this, supposedly. But if the nurse appear and begins to say some things too, this is the state that I saw Mohbad, this is this and that, then we will know where we are.